Yeah, so my name is Dominic Gay, and I'm a senior producer on Watch Dogs at Ubisoft Montreal. Yeah, it was really exciting. For us, you need to realize we'd been working on this for 3 years at that point. So it was our baby, but we haven't shown it to anybody outside of Ubisoft at that point. So you never know. It's like the first impression. We knew we had a good game, but it's stressful. So it was a relief, it was pleasure, excitement, all mixed together. And then we had 3 days of talking, answering a lot of questions, because we showed this demo of a game no one knew anything about. So we were initially inspired by technology in our day-to-day, kind of like how we were using phone more and more, not just to call people, not even just for the internet, but even connecting with their environment, connecting with what's surrounding us, and how our surroundings, our city most importantly, were becoming filled with technology every day more and more. And so we wondered, what if we gave all that power to the player? What if he could exploit all those things? So we started researching hacking, started researching how those things could be exploited, and we gave the power to the player and let him decide how far he's willing to go with hacking in our virtual Chicago. Yeah, so Chicago, there's a couple of reasons. We took our time to choose our city. We knew it was important for an open world game. We scouted pretty much every major city in the world. We checked every continent. We wanted a major modern city, obviously. What we liked a lot about North America, northern cities, is that there is a good setting for a thriller scenario, a thriller story. If there's too much sunshine in the south, it's more like the vacations than a holiday than a thriller. So for us, Northern America, northern city were quite interesting for that. Chicago has also rivers crossing it, so architecturally it's very rich. It's an interesting place to set up a game. But most importantly, it has an history of crisis. I mean, there's Al Capone and all the criminals we know that are very famous that came from that time, that place. But also, there's been the Great Fire. The whole city was burned down. So many crises. But the main reason, at the end of the day, one of the cool reasons was that it's one of the most surveilled cities in North America. There's a huge CCTV in Chicago, very modern inclusion of technology within the city. So those were very interesting themes for us to explore. Fair enough, but no, it's a lot more than that. I mean, actually, we had our vision for what we wanted to do. Open world, yes, because we want to give the player choice, freedom, exploring, all of that. Hacking is core, absolutely, but we were inspired by a lot of different games. I guess maybe more so than anything else by Ubisoft games, and that shouldn't maybe be that surprising since most of us have been working in the company for a while. So we wanted to take the stealth as one approach to mission. We're not making a stealth game, but we think that the stealth option mixed with hacking is very interesting and should be part of what we allow the player to do. We also wanted to have very solid shooting in third person. So, I mean, we didn't change the rules of shooting. It's cover-based shooting, but we allow the player to use anything in the environment as a cover in our open world. So a shootout can happen anywhere. It's not like, okay, this place is for shooting. It can happen in a street corner. It can happen in the backyard. It's up to you to define where those things will happen. And we wanted to be able to push driving beyond what it had been done in the past. So again, mixing it with hacking, which is quite interesting, but basically also allowing the player to go super fast in the city. Open world game in the past, I've had a tendency of having very slow driving, and we think action driving is a lot about speed too. So we wanted to offer that kind of speed to the players. Yeah, the timing was interesting. It was right before E3, so I remember I took a plane, and just before E3, I was really busy the 24-hour before, so I heard about those stories, but they unfolded during E3. So I was getting questions, and I didn't even have the knowledge yet, because during E3 we don't even have time to watch the news for 10 minutes. And so I said, wait a second. So journalists informed me of what had happened, and it was like, wow, okay, this is really hitting the nail. The reality that inspired us is very relevant. It's what surrounds us. So it's not big. It's not a surprise that it continued to feed into current events. So I guess we hit a good team at the right timing. But those technologies around us, this connectivity, it's going to grow and grow even more, because it's allowing us to do a lot of good things. It's very positive ultimately. Depends what you do with it. So I think we're going to hear a lot more about it in the future too. I don't have any specific numbers, but I know it's doing rather well, and that's really cool, because I think it's a cool vulgarization of how everything's connected in the city. And the reality is that there could have been a lot more info still that we added on top. I think they made smart choices and focus on certain things. And it's kind of a digital view of what happened in those modern cities. So hopefully this could be extended to other cities, but I'm not completely sure what the plans are at this point.